Welcome agents. Today Ubisoft revealed the new specialization named Gunner in an article on their website confirming what it is and how it works, so we're going to have a look at that today. We're also going to look at update 3.1, which fixed a lot of issues, and there is more as well. If you enjoy this video, please hit the like button below, subscribe for dedicated Division content, and turn on notifications to never miss a video. With that said, let's get into this. On screen you'll see the new Gunner, the 4th specialization coming this month as part of Title Update 4, and it will be available on the PTS, which starts tomorrow, June 4th. The description of this specialization is as follows. The Gunner is equipped with the powerful minigun, which will be a force to be reckoned with on the streets of Washington D.C. With an emphasis on sustained damage output and damage resilience, the Gunner will serve as the vanguard of Shade agents in the ongoing fight to reclaim the city. So it appears the Gunner is going to be a tank specialization, which is very different to all the other specializations in the game. Now let's take a look at what Ubisoft had to say about the talents. When activated, the Gunner receives bonus armor based on the amount of specialization ammunition they are carrying and can easily tank incoming damage for short periods of time while using their minigun to suppress their enemies. There's a catch though. When the weapon is drawn, the Gunner cannot enter cover, vault or roll. Now to get enemies out in the open, the Gunner comes with the Banshee signature skill, which ignores cover and causes its targets to become confused. When an enemy stumbles out of the open or out of cover, this is the perfect opportunity for the Gunner to use their special grenade, the Riot Foam Grenade, trapping the enemy in place. The specialization comes with a new skill tree and the P320X compact sidearm. So this specialization is very interesting. I'm actually looking forward to using this. Now you're basically going to be a huge tank that ignores armor, confuses players, and has a grenade that holds players in place. Now I already know how that cheese is going to be used for that grenade. Now as I mentioned before, this will be available to test on the PTS from tomorrow. There's no confirmed time of when this goes live at the moment, or if this will be open to console either. I'm going to assume this is PC only until the devs state otherwise. Moving on, and the article talks about how you get this 4th specialization, and this is what it says. While the 3 previous specializations are automatically available to you when reaching level 30, to unlock Gunner you need to take on Special Field Research. 5 stages of in-game challenges, each with their own set of objectives and rewards. By completing all 5 stages, you will gain access to the Gunner specialization and the newest signature weapon in the Shade arsenal. Now if you have a Year 1 pass, you will instantly unlock the Gunner specialization. You can still take on the Special Field Research, but as you progress through the stages, you will unlock additional exclusive cosmetic rewards, which are the Fisticuffs and the Front Flex emotes, Charcoal and Detritus gear dyes, Rose Thorn and Pineapple weapon skins, the Gunner mask, and the Gunner specialization uniform. The Special Field Research will be available on the public test server, but on the PTS, you will not have to complete it to give the Gunner a go. Now some of you may have questions about the whole Year 1 pass situation with this. There are some FAQs attached to this as well, so I'll leave a link to the article in the description if you want to go check that out. That's the Gunner, and I'm actually really looking forward to seeing what the skill tree has to offer for this specialization. Now I'm going to assume it'll offer more in the way of damage mitigation and sustained damage output, as that's what the specialization is for. So maybe something like take 10% less damage whilst out of cover, or something similar being one of the skill tree talents. I'm not sure. As of right now, there is no confirmed date for Title Update 4, but when that does become public, or if I'm lucky enough to get told in advance, I will of course let you guys know. Okay, so moving on from this, today we got update 3.1, which was basically a bug fixing update, but it's worth going through so you know what has or has not made the cut with this update. So let's begin. Firstly, increased tutorial font size on the mega map. Increased visibility on collectibles and caches in the open world. Fixed an issue where the loot tutorial at the beginning of the game wouldn't appear. Fix an issue where the field proficiency toast would not include the gained rewards. Fix an issue where players could remain stuck in the theatre settlement after recruiting, and I'm not going to try and say that name. Fix an issue that could cause players to get stuck on the roof of the Grand Washington Hotel mission. That's a strange one. Fix an issue where the Hunter Mask and Ivory Keys would not drop even if the player correctly solved the riddle and killed the hunters. This fix should allow players to redo the hunters and collect the masks and keys they are currently missing. That's an awesome change. Fix an issue where the rate of fire on semi-automatic weapons would be lower than intended. Another great change. Or fix, sorry. Fix an issue where face masks would appear smaller than intended. Fix an issue where opening a dark hours apparel cache could cause a continuous loop. Fix an issue that removed the loot all as junk options. Sorry about that. These are the next ones, guys, are the important ones. Fix an issue where enemy NPCs would rush past players to get into cover. Fix an issue where enemy NPCs would flank players too often. Fix an issue where enemy NPCs would not react to any combat until reaching cover or having their movement interrupted. And lastly, fix an exploit where armor would scale to unintended values when normalized. Massive did also add the following at the end of this post. The small amount of players who use the armor exploit will receive a warning on their account. Any further violation of the terms of use will lead to a permanent ban of their account. So some serious issues have been fixed here, notably the AI problems, the armor glitch, and the Hunter and Ivory keys. I'm actually looking forward to playing some Dark Zone in Conflict now without having to worry if someone is going to have over 1 million armor, or playing some PvE content without worrying if a Riot Foam NPC is going to rush behind me in a split second. These changes are huge, so GG Massive. Okay, last but not least, and I had to cover this. So recently a Redditor left a post about a new backpack trophy which was really interesting. Normally I would say the Redditor's name and obviously give credit, but for the purposes of this video not being demonetized, I won't, but I will leave a link to the post below so you guys can go check it out for yourself. Now what's interesting about this for me is that this backpack trophy is insanely cool, and it's called Flash. So on screen you're going to be seeing some images of Flash and what it looks like on a player. Now, I mean, it's kind of like a rear torch, so probably not ideal for the use in the Dark Zone, but I do think it's actually really cool, and not something I've seen before. The post says this was found in the trophy spot in Lincoln Memorial, and found on an alt character being leveled up. Now, it appears this may have been added recently, quite possibly, which is why no one has found it, because most people are not leveling alt characters, and then the chances of actually finding this are pretty small. Now, I'd be interested to see how many of you have this, so please let me know in the comments. I personally have an alt character, so I'm probably going to go and try and find this now. Okay, but before we end this video, guys, I just forgot. There is something else which has recently surfaced that only affects console players. And it does make a lot of sense. So if you're a console player, then I'd highly recommend you stick around for this, because it's important. Now, it appears that console players are straight up missing 50% of their bullets. They're simply not registering because of the 30 frames per second limitation on console. Now, I found this post on Reddit, but the original post comes from the official Ubisoft forums, and it was put on there just 1 day ago. And here's the post, you'll see it on screen now. Now, the link attached to this particular post shows the agent in the firing range using the accuracy part and firing at a named enemy in the chest. They never miss a bullet on screen, but out of the 38 shots that they hit, the game only registers 22, which is crazy. I mean, that's almost 50% of those bullets are simply not registering. Now, I don't know if this is the same for PC as well, but it does appear to be tied to the 30 FPS cap, and there's likely other things as well. What's also important is the game is not just not registering bullets, but bullets as well are just simply disappearing. Now, the person who tested this had a 51 mag weapon, and at the end, they had 9 bullets left, but the accuracy reading said they had hit 38 bullets, meaning 4 bullets had just disappeared. You know, you got 38 bullets, 9 left, meaning 47 bullets. So there's 4 bullets missing out of that 51 mag. And where have they gone? They've simply disappeared. Now, if PC does not have this issue, and it would be worth someone on PC, you know, watching this video, testing, and leaving your results below. But if PC doesn't have this issue, it would explain why it feels like your bullets don't register half the time on console. And that's because they don't, basically. Now, the devs have responded to the Reddit post highlighting this, and it appears that this is something they're looking into, but I thought I'd cover it because it could, I say could, because if PC has the same issue, then it's just an overall issue, but it could explain a lot. I know for me, at least, it does feel like a lot of my bullets don't register, and that's not because I'm a bad player and I miss them, alright guys? I know some of you are thinking that, but it feels like a lot of my bullets just simply don't register on console compared to when I played the game on PC, where it felt a lot more smoother. It felt like your bullets were registering, and it could explain why not only PC players, you know, are destroying enemies, but why console players find it so difficult to take down NPCs. So, yeah, there you go. I thought I'd just put that in there because I think it's important for console players to know about this, and if we get an update on this particular part, then I'll, of course, let you know. So, there you go, everyone. Thank you very much for watching and sticking around until the end. Your support is truly appreciated. As always, I'm actually very excited for Title Update 4.0. I'm looking forward to some real changes with the game, hopefully. Of course, the specialization is one thing coming of many. We have the DC Outskirts Expedition coming, which is going to add a whole lot of new PvE content, new specialization. I'm sure they're going to be making significant changes, hopefully to skills. I think that's the next one. And then we're going to have PvP and all the other stuff that's causing problems at the moment. Hopefully they address loot and RNG, because that's something that's really up there at the moment. But for right now, I'm happy the armor glitch has been addressed, because that was a real problem. The AI has been addressed and all the other things have been addressed. Really happy with the changes that are being made and the fixes that have been put in. As much as people talk about the time it takes to fix these, actually, it's not been that long. And I do give props for Massive and all the people involved in fixing these. I do appreciate that, all the hard work that's been put in. Let's not forget, this game's been out less than 3 months. We've got E3 right around the corner, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot more information about what's to come. So, yeah, make sure you've got those notifications turned on, guys, because you know I've got you covered. And until the next one, Epic out.